Okay. Bam. Let's see. Escape that. Move my Discord over here. Wait, are we going right now? Oh, slut! How dare you? Okay. Okay.
I can adjust my audio if that's what you need.
Are we already live? Oh shit. Well, hello everybody. Podcast where we're playing. What is it called, John? Like 1,000 tabs open. You can't have it on Discord where it's like a certain screen. You'll show like a certain window. Yeah. All right. I'm right here. All right. All right. So wait. Who's gonna read? Who's gonna do all the reading? Oh shit! You're gonna have me. Okay. Let's do this. A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The delicious trees provide a beautiful green canopy, far out of sight. Teachers and fellow students. But now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. I breathe into my cupped hands and I rub them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in this cold. Wait, is this a chick or a guy? Oh, that was yes. Ah, yes, the note slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more of a fan of the letter in the locker, but this way it shows a bit of initiative. Roll initiative! As I ponder the meaning of this note, the snow gradually thickens. The snowflakes silently falling from white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this Yes, stagnant. I don't know if my mic was cutting out. Okay. No. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time is slowed to a crawl. I don't know how my reading voice is going. The rest. Thank you. The rustling of the dry snow under me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. It's the killer. Am I doing this one too? I'll do it in my Veruca voice. Be very interesting. Hey! Iyasu, you came! Tating barely audible question. You're However, I recognize the owner of that dainty dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I've listened to hundreds of times, but never as more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. I turn to face this voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. This is gonna be. Alright, you go for it. My audio? Hopefully. It says. Hello, hello, hello. Pop up. Let me pop up on YouTube. Hello, hello. Yeah, mine's going. Hola, hola. Did you check on?
Hello, there it goes. Now
Miss
they can hear me. You had all the good bits, so it's
Okay,
just
yeah,
the people
yeah.
that are streaming can't hear me, but they can hear you, which is great.
I'm gonna.
All right, let's get back to it.
Full
Iwako,
screen this bitch.
Iwanko, I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours.
Damn it! I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line, and that was the result. Pathetic. Yes. I asked a friend that gave me that note. I'm so glad you got it.
Oh,
A shy, joyous smile that makes me so tense. I couldn't move a single muscle, even if I tried.
he's got the
Alright,
Doki
okay.
Doki.
Hold on. You read this part. I'm gonna go put in the wings that I'm cooking.
Okay. My heart is pounding now as if it were trying to burst out of my chest and claim this girl for itself. Ooh, those are some pretty powerful feelings. So, here we are on the cold. Wait for Aaron. Yeah. A little background, guys. Me and Aaron are actually working on a VN. So, there's a little bit of research. Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, fucking. I don't care about you, Rico. Shut up. Anyways, once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The Cophagus. The shit. I'm so stupid. Cophagus noise. Shut up. Is music to my ears. Owanako flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. As it passes, she rights herself as she's supported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine, lazily twirls her long, dark hair around her finger. And while the ache of my heart grows louder, Shaw! My throat is tight. I doubt I can force a word out if I tried. You see!
Oh man.
I wanted to know
Uh-oh.
if you'd go out with me.
I'm gonna have to pass.
Dick. I stand there motionless, save for my heart pounding. That is as dainty as you're getting, guys.
Hey,
I want to say something pie, but my vocal cords feel like they've been stretched out beyond the breaking point. Yes, sir. I reach up and try to massage my throat, but I only sense spikes of blinding pain along my arms. Yes, sir. Whoa, my body freezes, save my eyes, which shoot open in terror.
he had a heart attack.
Yes, sir. The beating just suddenly stops, and I go weak at the knees. Okay,
He
that's
died.
y'all can read that. All of these fade to black.
I died.
You died. I'm eating, guys. I'm not gonna read everything. Jeez, y'all
I'll
can
take
read
this
that on
one.
the screen.
The last things
There
I
you go.
remember before sipping away are the sounds of Iwanko screaming for help and the incessant clatter of the branches above. But did he
I'm surprised
die?
you don't get a
Yes,
good
he
name.
died. The game is over.
No, you get the little heart monitor going.
Oh,
Were you not able to choose a name?
not yet.
Normally they're able to pick a name for your character.
Yeah, like right off
We
the
need
bat.
something really ridiculous. Look, each character will get a different voice. If I'm voicing them, I'll try to give them a different voice. Ooh, and then
I'll
she
try
goes
and
out
give
like
him
this.
some accents.
Fucking,
Look at that animation.
yeah, so good, so good, so good. Look at that. I can't hear any of this music. Does it sound good?
Yeah, you just hear heart beating and some very ambient sounds.
I'm hearing like very like anime-esque style, like kind of like soft music. Like
It's like someone's playing an organ and a synth at the same time.
Sugoi.
Sugoi desune.
Desu desu. It's been 4 months since my heart attack.
Oh, he did have a heart attack.
Okay, cool. So he had a heart attack. He's dead! And that whole time, I can probably count the times I have left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts. So I've had plenty of time to come with terms with my situation. A strange word, a foreign alien one that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition that causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal.
Sorry, ladies.
Apparently, I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better or appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. Aww. God damn, how much am I guess it's a novel, so there's gonna be a lot of reading. John, you got this one. Go!
Okay. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I had already full day by then to digest everything to them. It was all to them it was all fresh. They were even willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Oh, that's desperate. Of course, there wasn't a cure.
There isn't.
No cure for me. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to recuperate from the treatments. Hope this takes place in Japan, right? I hope this is in America.
No. They look very Japanese in the schoolgirl uniforms and whatnot. So
Mm. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room, the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. The visitors soon dwindled, and all the oil gifts began trickling down to nothing shortly thereafter. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had turned into a class project. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Noise?
oh, continue. Sorry.
Awanko was the last to stop visiting. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. I never had much to talk about.
Wanko.
Awanko.
What a bitch.
Yeah. We didn't touch the subject. That was between us. And that's no day ever again. A hospital? It's not really a place I like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal, faceless. The food tastes like shit. I guess it was because they're in a hurry. There are a million other patients waiting for them. Makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate of when I'd be able to leave. He never answered anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So I idly observed the scar that those surgeries had left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of omen. I still asked the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows that there's at least some hope. At some point, I stopped watching TV. I don't know why, I just did. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation. I started reading instead. There's a small library at the hospital. More of a storeroom of books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After continuing them, I would go back for more. I found I like reading, and I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands. But I love the stories.
I'll take it from here. If it makes you feel better.
No, I'm kidding.
No. That was what my life was like.
Click.
The days became increasingly hard to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book that was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred to some kind of gooey mass. I was trapped inside instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was.
That's just normal.
Yeah, alright. But other times, all the things surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of not I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning, hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become harder to bear. That I had put up the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely. And I couldn't even cry.
So sad.
It stole his tear ducts.
Today the doctor comes and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to make me happy on my behalf.
You're dying.
Son, you're dying. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them are even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion?
We're pulling the plug, son.
Right, we're pulling the Is this a ritual in the head of the cardiac? Is this ritual the head of the cardiologist has? He takes his time sorting his papers, then setting them aside, as if to make a point of the pointlessness of what he just did.
Hmm. He's
He
fidgeting.
casually sits down. He casually sits down on the edge of the bed next to mine. He looks at me in the eyes for a moment. You got this one?
Yeah.
Okay, you got this.
Hello, Hisao. How are you today?
I don't answer, but I smile back at him.
I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medication sorted out. I'll give your father the prescription.
The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expression turns wooden as he reads it quickly.
You can be dead.
So many.
I take it from his hand and look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? The absurding long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters.
I see some Xanax.
Do I see Xanax? I see cold extremities, bronchitis, Fenton. This is insane! Side effects, adverse effects, contradictions, and dosage are listed in the line after line with cold precision. I tried to read them, but it's futile. I can't understand any of it. Attempting only makes me feel sicker. All this for the rest of my life, every day.
I'm afraid that this is the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years.
Confidence booster is that? I'd feel better if you hadn't said anything at all.
Should have just stabbed me in the neck. Also, I've spoken with your parents, and we believe that it would be best if you didn't return to your old school.
What? Nani?
Please calm down here, Aisho. Listen to what the doctor has to say.
Calm down. What does he tell me if he knew the... Calm down. The way he says it tells me as only if he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. And am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever my concern shows, it's ignored.
Nerd.
We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it's wise for you to be without supervision. At least not until we're sure that your medication is suitable. So, I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students.
Disabled? What? Am I?
It has a 24-hour nursing staff, and it's only a few minutes from a highly regarded general hospital. Majority of students live on the campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby.
Independence. School for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise that fact. If it was really that free, it wouldn't be 24-hour nursing staff, and you wouldn't make a hospital being nearby a selling point.
But what if you die?
Oh, shit. I don't know. It's myself.
Of course. It's only if you want to go, but your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you.
We're not that smart.
Lionel snarf snarf. We went out there and looked at it a couple of weeks back. I think you'd like it.
It looks like I really don't have a choice.
Compared to the other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. Get a job one day. This is a good opportunity to continue your education.
This isn't an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamn opportunity.
It's an opportunity. Well, you should be excited that you had the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school, and well, it's not the same one. Special school. Oh, that's you.
Oh,
a special school. That's
an insult. That's what I wanted to say. It's a step down.
It's not what you think. All the students here are pretty active in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just needed a little help in one way or another.
your father's right. And many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues in another hospital is a graduate.
I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is.
He's just like really hates the disabled.
I really hate something so important. I really hate that something so important was decided for me. But what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now. It's funny. I always thought of my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame the lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. If I could easily yell out something now, something about how I can go back to school anyway. But no.
One sec.
One sec. One truck break, people.
I don't say anything. The fact is, I don't know how. I don't know. I know now it's futile. Fuck! I look around the room, feeling very tired of all of this. The hospitals, doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would there really isn't a choice. I now know this. But the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try.
At least I'll be the smartest guy in the school.
Right? A clean slate isn't a bad thing. That's all I can think to get me through this. At least I'll also have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start, and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake just to resign myself to thinking that. I just had a mild stroke. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like. Alright, I want to go check out something real quick.
Is that us? Life expectancy. Act 1. Look at me. I look so handsome. Or that's Aaron. Aaron looks handsome. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, the gates in general seem to do that. This one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought
iron and gray plaster assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wondered if it looked like what a gate for a school that should look like, but I couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. So I walked towards the main building of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace. Brisk pace. I'm alone, as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are incredibly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds for a school. A school would have, more like a park. It's a clean walkway going past the trees and the smell of fresh-cut grass and all other park-like things. Oh, so this is just like a photo. Someone like had an effect on it.
Yeah.
You want to take this?
Yeah, sure. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. Makes me shudder. I shake them off. I stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes.
Everything needs to be sterile.
Very stale. Sterile! Shh, don't touch me, I'm sterile. That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom behind. It's too big, too many for just a school. Everything seems off. Different from what I thought. I thought I knew about the schools. It's an uncanny valley, even though I was told this is my new school. In the back of my head, it just doesn't feel like one.
Feels like a death trap.
I wonder if this feeling is real or caused by the expectations of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kind of eerie. It makes me wish there was somebody here so I could anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension.
Then Rick comes out of nowhere.
Wubba-lubba-dub-dub! The trees hum with the wind, and the green hues flashing around me catch my attention. It makes me think about the hospital. I would say the operating rooms are painted the green is calming color.
Ooh, it's a calming color.
I've never thought green as a calming color. So why am I feeling so anxious, despite all this greenery?
Because they didn't know their colors.
Alright? Period. Only after I stand in front of this haughty main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back. Even if I had no life I could return to.
Run away.
Run. But still after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore.
Why not?
I don't know. This guy's retarded. He's retarded! Feeling nervous with this realization set up in my head, I opened the front door. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical.
Oh god.
Tall man. Must be me. Nikki?
Mac. Oh, that's you.
That's you, right? You're yeah, so.
Am I his now? Okay. Nakai.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you are excellent. I'm your homeroom in science. My name is Muto.
Yugi Muto. Got it.
Welcome.
We exchange a handshake that's neither firm or sloppy. He looks at his watch.
The head nurse asked for a brief check-in visit, but there is no time for that.
Get to class!
Get to class.
Oh, should I go later?
Yes, the afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already.
Waiting for me? I didn't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Right? I feel like they should like not put this much pressure on a kid with heart problems.
Right. Did you just sneak him in the back one day?
Thinking of this, I almost missed what the teacher was saying.
Oh. You wanted to...
Introduce yourself in the class.
Why? Do I have to?
Of course not. That's why I asked.
Oh. Right.
Let's go then.
My heart is pounding in my chest, and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs.
Kira, no!
Right? Third floor down, third corridor is marked as classroom 3-3. Miyuto opens the door and enters.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry again.
I hesitate for a split second at the door, freezing on the spot.
Shit.
Get a grip. This is a big step, and I know that. But there isn't any point to worrying so much about it. At least not this soon.
Oh.
That's a lot of people. I follow the teacher into the classroom, and I look around partially, so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates.
You got Sasuke in the back.
Right. Let's look at our classmates. Let me see. Which one looks the least pretentious?
Least pretentious? Not this guy.
Not that guy, yeah. I think he's blind with a fucking cane right next to him. The guy with the beret on looks like a douche.
Yeah, this guy is a douche. This one looks like she's pretty cool.
Yeah, she looks pretty fun. She got the bandage on. That's what we call main character syndrome.
She's wearing the tie instead of the bow.
Yeah. She wants a. What if it's a guy?
Right? What if this one's a girl?
Right? Or she has the hairband on. We'll see. We'll see. Pretty spacious. The ceiling is unusually high. In between the desks. An entire wall taken up by blackboards, and the high old-fashioned windows make it seem larger. The students' desks are standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. Those don't look like there is anything underneath those fucking desks.
Nope.
The artist is a liar.
Right.
Or the whatever. Poor writing.
Inconsistent.
What?
Inconsistencies.
Yep, inconsistencies. I stopped walking in front of the classroom and faced the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school. But then, why would they be here?
It became apparent once they opened their mouths.
Right? They're probably like me and have something wrong with them. Oh, whoa, there's more. What?
Yeah? We're getting a panoramic. These are the DLC characters.
Oh my god, take care. Oh, I have a voice for that guy in the back corner.
That's hilarious.
Really obvious.
This is
Then I
Dorito.
Get her right hand, and it's a little jarring.
And this is Ghost Girl.
Look at her legs.
Yeah? She has no soul.
No soul. Look at it. She looks like she would fucking kill you in the hallway.
Mm.
That face. I read it. Okay. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through when he introduces me to the class.
Whoa, he introduced us either way.
Right? I notice a flash of dark hair and see someone looking at me, a girl with really long, straight hair. Pretty eye-catching. She seems, as she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands, as if it will make her invisible.
Which girl?
I think it was the one, I remember. She was like in the middle, on the other side. There's one boy with the cane leaning against the locker in class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl seems to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rim of her glasses and then goes back to whatever she's...
Might be her.
Maybe. She's kind of cute. So is the cheery-looking girl with the pink hair sitting next to her.
Yeah, that's her.
That's her. She's really hard to miss. Don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. Please welcome... Wait.
Please welcome our newest class.
Alright, be right back.
He claps his hands, so it's everyone else, except one girl in the first row who has only one hand. Oh. We didn't even notice. But hide it by bowing in thanks for the applause that I did not deserve. Oh god. She is really missing a lot. I wonder if she has a dead-eye expression. There's a sword in the cane. Yeah, that's what I would do. Main character's next to the window. So is it the girl with one arm or the big Larry in back? I see there's an open seat, so maybe that's my main character seat. Middle row. Okay, so that's our seat, probably. Empty spot, main character. But we're not really next to a window, we're more next to a, like, pillar where the window should be. So I don't know. It's not a window seat. Aaron's getting his wangs. But yeah, I like the girl that had the tie on, and she's really cute. She's okay. This one's hiding, so I don't know. This one's kind of cute. I like her hair. This guy looks like Peridot. This girl has cute hair. She has a cute face. Yeah, I just need to know what she's like. If she has the soul sucked out of her already. There are cute monotone characters that I like. But I don't know. If like she has no personality, then I can get past everything. It's not a window. You see, it's like right here. It's a pillar right there. This is a window seat. That's a window seat. This is a pillar seat. After the applause, there's a brief silence that no one seems to want to be responsible for breaking. I like to break silence sometimes. Like, not in a very obvious way that it's me, it's just like being the first to, like, or last to clap, or making a noise just to break the tension. The teacher soon realizes that he should probably say something. He opens up with some intelligible noise, shuts up as he loses his momentum, and then starts introducing me. Nobody seems to be too interested. Maybe I should have said yes to the self-introduction thing. Probably realizing he doesn't know anything about me, he just ends up saying my name wrong again and asks me to write it on the blackboard. To do that, turn to face the class, feeling awkward. I listen to the teacher as he drones on about getting along while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently. When he's done, they clap their hands again, which is like a weird thing to do. And the first row girl claps on this round with her one hand against the other wrist. That is just a bandage stump. Aaron, you there?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Turns out she only has one hand.
Which one?
This girl.
Oh, that one? She has one hand and
No legs.
almost no legs.
Yeah. So she
Still
couldn't.
looks like a serial killer.
Yeah,
stab you.
she couldn't clap when everyone else was clapping. So that was awkward.
What a cunt. Anyways. It makes me feel a little bad. I totally feel so sad.
We're going to be doing some group work today. So that'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you?
No. Yeah, it's fine with me.
You fucking lie to me, John.
That's good. You're gonna work with Hakamichi.
I think I said that right.
She's a class representative.
Is she the sign language girl?
We're gonna find out.
Motu. She can explain anything to you you might want to know. And who else would be able to do that better, right?
How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignment and announces that we'll be working in groups of 3. Ooh.
Yay. You can start on that harem.
It hits me that I don't know who Hakamachi is. Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression.
Like, hey, who's Mariachi?
Hakamichi. Oh, right. Hakamichi is right there. Shisun Hakamichi.
I'm horrible at pronouncing these names. Oh, it's a pink hair girl. So is this gonna be our waifu or what? What's going on? Which one are we picking, John?
I gotta see. I gotta know the selection.
That's
No.
that's fair. That's fair.
You gotta get a
As he
taste.
calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with bright pink hair and gold eyes waves her hand at me. I take the seat next to her by the window.
Hey, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. You fallen into my trap.
Right? I'm caught off guard by her laughter.
It's nice to meet you, but I am Hakamichi. I am Misa. This is Hakamichi.
Oh, it's flash.
Right?
Giggling, Nisha points to the girl next to her and the one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she has been staring at me this whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she acknowledges my presence, but barely. She sort of yet carefully, neatly brushed her hair. A pair of oval-shaped lashes balanced the tip of her dainty nose. Dark blue eyes would seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored.
She's a robot. It's nice to meet you.
You got this one, John?
Yeah.
She doesn't talk English.
You got this one?
I forgot. She immediately looks at me, who smiles and makes cute gestures with her hand. God, that's good. No one has to voice her. Hakamachi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying that you'll be able to talk to people, and who better explain things to. That is a sarcastic ass teacher.
Right.
I can see you're a little confused, right? Right? But I understand. Why would you think I was Shi-chan? Shi-chan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her. I'm like an interpreter. She says things, or she says, it's nice to meet you. You're the new student. Well, Shi-chan, of course, he is. If he wasn't, he would have, if he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? Right?
I think I've made an amazing voice for this character. She looks to the new weird expression, then continues. We
don't know much about him. Maybe we'll find out later.
Maybe I should introduce myself after all. Anything would have been a better first impression than my teacher's drone and fumbling with my name.
We're a mystery.
We knew there was going to be a new student, but we didn't know you would be here today so soon. Ichan, right?
Ichan. Or is it Haichan?
Yup, it fits, doesn't it?
Don't call me by that name.
Did I say it that loud? It's just a surprise. I never knew
I don't really see how.
It fits. You look just like I imagined.
How the fuck?
Yes, look at you. You just look like a Haichan.
I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Dot dot dot.
Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitedly, her hands a blur. Misha seems a little overwhelmed.
Sorry about that. Shi-chan wants to know that wants you to know that she's class rep. So if there's anything you need to know, feel free to ask.
Dot dot dot.
You like the school so far? Why don't we show you around a little? You haven't had any time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it.
Take a walk on the wild side.
With the voice I've given her, she kind of does seem like a very serial killer with all the lines I've been given. She stumbles around with a word a bit, making it stick out in her head otherwise. Fluid translation.
Thanks. That would be pretty helpful. Yeah. I just kind of came straight to class today. Dot dot dot. This is the Joker now.
Right? I'm not trying to make it, but it's kind of gotten towards that.
It's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going before you go there. Not just to school, either. Watch the back alleyways. Always, even if it's just a trip to the convenience store. Really, Shi-chan.
This is gonna be wrecking my voice. I don't want to have to work on the phones. Learn about where you're going. I guess I didn't bother to do that, or I just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this, even if I had committed myself all along, half-assedly. But anyway, I don't see anything, and we should sign something that ends in a shrug. What is that? It seems like it was about me. I feel like something over my seat. Both of them were smiling. But that shrug hit me unexpectedly deep.
Oh.
You look down, are you okay?
Sorry.
Dot dot dot.
Don't take it the wrong way, please. You hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal. As much as needing help, stop looking like you just failed a test.
You failed my test. All right. Dot dot dot.
Another thing, you don't have to call Shi-chan something so formal like Hakamachi or class rep all the time. Just call her Shi-chan.
Dot dot dot. Whoa! She starts talking. Wait, hold the fuck up.
Right.
Okay, maybe that's just too casual. Maybe Shisun. Would that be more appropriate?
Dot dot dot.
Yep. Shisun is fine.
Okay, that'd be a lot easier for me.
I feel more at ease, both of them seeming so friendly. So I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier, especially about Shisu, who I assumed to be all business. Well, she seems like that. Just less so, I guess. Yes.
Dot 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 exclamation.
With an angry face. Look at that face.
Grr.
Alright. We haven't introduced the assignment. We should start work now, or Shi-chan will get mad.
The assignment is also kind of long, so you should start now if you want to finish it before the end of class.
That too.
Dot 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 grumpy face.
Shizu glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that.
Okay, I get the message. Dot dot dot.
After class, we can walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today. Okay.
Go for our meeting.
Alright, the assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. Still, we finish it in a few minutes. Well, we finished it a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class. Despite our late start, Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish. Not to mention a little more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. The clock tower bell rings, signaling at the end of the period. Time for lunch. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who's beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs.
Gonna fuck!
We descend even below the lobby where I met Muto, and down to the bottom floor. Just like everything in this school, the cafeteria seems too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the class exterior. Its big windows open to the courtyard towards the main gate. Misha! It's the cafeteria! Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so he proceeds to lie. There's a rather long list of menu options, and it seems great until I realize many of them are accommodating students who eat special diets. How nice! Almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. I pick something at random to follow Shizune to the table, sitting opposite of her. As if I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, she pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. Dot dot dot. I don't understand the sign, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at the person who talks to you is more appropriate and polite.
Do you want to know something?
What?
About anything. We're your guides. You should ask us if there's something.
I wonder. Let's see, deafness right off the bat.
That's totally gonna help us in the long run.
Ask about her. I think I got everything. Let's ask about her deafness.
I'm curious what's the disability with
With her?
Misha.
Alright.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
like
curious about her.
she has no filter, or like she just laughs too much.
Yeah, I think so. Have you...
You want to ask, and then maybe she'll open up.
Right.
Yeah.
Shizune intrigues me, and I kind of want to ask something about her. but I can't really ask something that personal. Do it, John. Do it.
I can't come up with anything else to ask, so I just focus on. Oh wow! It's just like, nope, you didn't ask that.
Yeah, right. Way to reject your players. Misha and Shizune signed back and forth, and we very adamantly throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Just gives you the fucking middle finger. Maybe they're talking about some serious girl stuff or something. Dot, dot, dot. I quickly notice the conversation is not silent enough to fill the silence. We arrived in the Flash and we're early, but we're not the first. Oh, Jesus, fuck! The girl with dark hair I knows before. I'll give her a dainty voice. Alright, guys, calm down.
It's Todoroki.
I'll try. It's Todoroki. She jumps a level when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a
Rhino.
She shrinks deeper in her seat. I can feel the tension all the way from here, as if she was slowly turning into stone, just from our presence.
It's the curse mark.
Right. Misha and Suzune either don't notice or don't mind it, as they walk directly past to their seats and begin to converse. I like her. She's cool.
Yeah. Oh, she's gone.
I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students, and finally the teacher. Getting into the room of the school feels strange, as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of the class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired. Alright, hold on. I see Rico commenting. Right?
Yeah.
Rico, don't be jealous of me and John's bond. Alright? I just want to let you know. Since you didn't go to San Japan, me and John shared a bed together. John wasn't wearing anything. It was blankets. It was a very, very hot night too, if you ask me. Anyways, maybe a long time spent in the hospital is what made me like that. I mean, feeling physically weak and lifeless. Before long, the final bell rings. School's finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Suzune have a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me.
Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today. Hi, John. We have to hurry already since there's a lot of work for us to do.
Wow, some guides you are.
Right?
You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it.
Oh wait, the teacher said I'd have to see Zheroes. Where do I have to go?
Is that so? At least we can show you that much. Come on. The nurses have their own building. We'd have to go outside.
To the forest.
We join the flow of students making the way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out their senior classrooms in the hallways as ours. When we get outside, the girls make their way to a smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually part of the main building.
It's the quarantine.
Right?
This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official important stuff inside, like Yamaku Foundation office and the nurse's office. They even have a swimming pool.
How is that official?
Don't be silly, Hai-chan. There's physical therapy, of course. Anyway, the nursing staff and facilities are here too. The head of the nurse's office is on this floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going. See you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks, bye.
Rico's saying that you came in his mouth, John. Is that true?
Yeah, thanks, bye.
A whole building for...
Oh, shit. I guess it's necessary for a place. I walk in hoping that it is will be only a quick visit like the teacher said. On a white door on the left is a green cross with the text head nurse and a nameplate. A voice from the inside responds to my knock almost immediately, but I can't quite make it out.
We're gonna hit on the nurse.
Right? It sounded like a bit of an invitation to open the door, so I invite myself further in.
She's undressed.
The room is not large and it smells strange. A friendly-looking man turns around in his office chair to face me as I enter. The bin underneath the table overflowing with medical utensils, and there seems to be at least a dozen coffee cups rings lingering on the desk.
So this is a man.
Smiling man. Are you gonna do smiling
Yeah.
man?
Hello there! What can I do for you today?
He is a young-looking, sort of rugged, but the dimples in his cheeks wash out that impression when he smiles.
Hello? Are you the nurse?
He smells like a person who has heard this very same question hundreds of times.
Why, yes, I am. It says so on the door, no? You can call me by my name, or just the nurse, like everyone else.
Of course, I shake off my confusion, realizing I should probably grab his extended hand. His handshake is rather firm and friendly.
Right, I'm a new student, and my homeroom teacher told me to come and meet you. My name is Hisao Nakai.
His eyes light of revelation, and he snaps his fingers.
Oh, you're that, Nakai. I was just reading your file in the morning. Some kind of chronic arrhythmia and related congenial heart muscle deficiency, right?
He just sit down and make it armchair.
Yes. Good. Well, you've probably been briefed about the school enough, so I'll go over this quickly. We have all kinds of facilities available, mostly physical therapy and such. There's always someone from my staff around, even at night. So never hesitate to call us if there's a problem.
The famous 24-hour nursing staff.
Wow, this is like a hospital. Well, not exactly. For instance, we don't do brain surgery here.
He's in the back room. His joke feels out of place, and I'm left thinking why he even said that.
Yeah, just that it's really weird to have so many medical people at a school. You'll get used to it.
He doesn't give a shit. I'm not sure if that myself, but I don't let the nurse know it.
Now, let me find your file again.
While he searches for something from his computer and shuffles a stack of papers around, I let my gaze wander around the room. It's the epitome of generic, I'd like to say. Beige walls and ceiling, dark gray laminate flooring, and all the equipment you'd expect from a high school nurse's home. Even the ridiculous educational posters hanging from all four walls, reminding me to eat properly 3 times a day and from all the food groups.
And it has the kitten that says, hang in there.
Right. Smiling, the nurse draws a thick file from a stack of similarly thick files and opens it. Good line.
So, you've already have medication for the arrhythmia. Just remember to take your pills every morning and evening or it won't be much help. Apart from that, do you do any sports? Rash stuff like, I don't know, boxing?
Prince is not a joke, but I don't know.
Well, I played soccer occasionally with some classmates. Alright, I'm afraid I'm going to have to recommend you refrain from doing that. At least, for the time being.
My lack of reaction makes him raise an eyebrow, but really, by him forbidding kick a ball around. I guess I never really did. I guess I really never did it out of the burning passion for the sport. I just have something to do.
Any kind of concussion might be very dangerous to your heart, and being another attack is not a good idea, and risking another team. Was the previous one caused by sudden concussion to the chest area? There's no mention of cause in your papers. Not exactly. I sidestepped the question. Yo, you go.
I sidestepped the question, except and he glances at me over his papers with no more serious expression on his face.
Still, you need to keep your body healthy, so some exercise would do you good. We have physical therapy and such available, as I said, but I don't think you really need such heavy measures. Just get some light exercise regularly. Brisk walks, or even jogging, jump rope, that sort of thing. Swimming, maybe? There's a pool here. So I was told. You were? Very good. At any rate, I'm sure you've been told this before. You just need to take care of not to overexert yourself. He wags his... Oh.
Oh no, go John, go! He wags his fingers up besides the point. No, no need really. I've heard this 1,000 times already.
Absolutely no unnecessary risks. Take care of yourself. Okay.
He goes over my papers one more time and sets them back on the desk. Obviously.
Good. That's it. Come meet me if you ever need anything.
I'm ushered out before I even realize. A quick visit indeed. I end up standing in the front of the main building, the auxiliary building, although my eyes still look one and the same. They still look. It's the first real look I've had at the other students, so I watch people coming out of the school going towards the gate or the dorm. They have dorms here.
Are we stuck here? Oh yeah, the parents moved our stuff in.
Oh, that's right. Everyone seems to know where they're going. Where are we going? And I still think that most of them don't look special for being students at a special school. Then again, neither do I. Does this make me one of them?
Am I a normie?
One of us. Oh, he said it! Nice. Should I go somewhere too to prevent me from getting lost?
I think that's how you get lost.
Right? So around dinner time, I feel tired instead of hungry. Girl, I know how you feel. The wariness it grows as I trudge towards the dorms, set a little way apart from the main building. There's a garden of sorts between the school and the dorms, shrubbery, flowers, and the overbearing smell of fresh cut. Hey, I love that smell. Good smell. It dawns on my tired mind that the smell feels novel because I haven't been outside at all for so long. The dorm building is big and made of red brick, like it feels way too pompous for what it is, so I push forward going inside. It takes more time than necessary to fish out the key that was given from my pocket.
Room 119.
despite the ornate exterior, the inside of the dorm is fairly new, functional, and boring. Just like the main building, the halls and the doors are chairs. Same goes for the elevators and at the end of the hall. I poke my head around the corner of the common room door. Inside, a few students are watching the television. Are they all dudes? Are they all dude bros?
This is not co-ed.
One of them, one nods and gives a quick hello before turning back to the TV. It seems that only the girls are around here are social, so fine with me. I climb the stairs to the upper floor. 119. Should be on the first floor.
Right.
Here, small corridors branch off from the main hallway. Each of these minor halls seem to have a toilet, shower, as well as 4 rooms. So we're gonna have roommates someday. But halfway down the hall, I spy room 119. I don't know why it's on the second floor. The
Right.
nameplates of the room are adjacent to mine are blank. I guess there are just 2 of us here. A light shines from below the door of room 170. So I knock lightly.
Hello, is anyone home?
From inside, I hear a few movements. Then the clicking of way more locks than I thought these doors had. After a moment, the door squeaks open. That's what we see.
It's Harry Potter.
Oh God, yes! I have to give him a Harry. Someone needs to give this motherfucker a Harry Potter book.
Okay.
As besticled, a boy standing in the doorway, he is looking very intently through the extremely thick eyeglasses. Fuck, I'm trying to think of a Harry Potter voice.
Who is it?
I'm just gonna give him an extremely retarded British accent.
Who is it?
Blind? No, not at least completely. Why do you have eyes if you was? He leans closer to me and our noses are almost touching. His breath stinks of garlic. What the damn?
He's British. Yeah, so, Nakai, I'm moving into the next room. I thought I should introduce my...
His face suddenly brightens in realization. He stands back, right, thrusting his hand out and smiling, greeting almost straight to my diaphragm.
Oh, sup, dude? My name is Kenji.
That was a horrible British accent.
Hi.
It's gonna be one of those guys, though, so okay. I take it Kenji's sweaty hand and shake it. Still a little rattled by the sudden change of attitude and vehement welcome.
I dry the Dorito dust on my pants. No, I'm kidding.
Well there, some suspicious-looking people are going in and out of our room earlier.
I'm horrible at this guy's voice right now.
It was probably my parents.
Your parents? You're sure? Cause there could have been some other people too. Can't judge a book by its cover.
His out-of-place proverb left hanging between us awkwardly as I tried to think of some way to respond.
I'd say the chances are high enough.
He shudders and makes his exaggerated hand gesture.
You're a brave man, Hiyasu. Me, I don't think I could trust the chances.
I'm trying to think of a fucking voice for Harry Potter.
Toby!
The only one I trust is myself.
Does that mean I shouldn't get to know you either?
He thinks about this for a while. Fucking, we just mind fucking this kid.
Why is this shit?
No.
Why is
It feels
Fuck.
Palpatine.
I want to give him the Dobby voice now.
Wise decision? Damn you! And then you look. Probably. Harry Potter should not go back to Hogwarts. What do you look like? I hope not smart.
Why would he hope we don't look smart? He squints his eyes and leans again, but I lean backwards to dodge it. fuck off, Rico.
Never mind. It doesn't matter.
With that, he turns, fumbles around for a moment in search of the door handle, and shuts the door behind him. I slide the key into the lock of the door marked 119. Bleak beige walls, white linen, a desk made of some type of white wood, ugly curtains. It's no one's room and personal, just like a hospital room was. Just like my hospital room was. My bags were sitting at the foot of my bed, looking emptier than they did this morning. The closet is sitting open, stocked with my clothes. Also, it seems that there are a number of school uniforms hanging there as well. A note is pinned to the sleeve of one of the shirts.
Hi, Ichan. We've unpacked your things and made your bed. You said if these don't fit, then you should go to the office tomorrow. If you have any problems, you can always call us. Love, Mom and Dad.
Oh, good mom and dad. Good mom and dad. Well, at least I don't have anything to worry about unpacking. I kind of hope I would have. There would have at least been something to do. It's still too early. I put the note down on the desktop in my bed, feeling drained. Lying there makes me want to read something, but I have nothing on me. I wonder if the hospital conditioned me for wanting to read whenever I have nothing to do. The restless urge just keeps growing until I have to stand up. Maybe it's stress or something. I was pretty nervous before coming, and for the entire day, too. I still am, I think. Damn, I have to distract myself somehow, so I won't be this unnatural all the time. Fuck my reading. Okay, tomorrow I'll go borrow some books from the library. Yeah, I'll do that. For now, sleep. Drugs. Oh yeah.
Pop some Zans.
The bottles of medication neatly arranged. I picked up one of the shades to hear the contents of, then read the glued-on pharmacy label.
So Nakai. 2 tablets daily to stay alive. Oh, that's brutal.
Does it actually say it?
Alright.
Two tablets to stay alive. Just one way to fuck with someone. It doesn't really say that. Okay, cool. But it could just as well. Just curious. This is kind of twisted, having your life depend on chemicals like this. I resent a little, but what choice do I have? With a sigh, I begin my new daily ritual of taking the right number of pills from each bottle, being careful to check the correct dosages. I lie down again, feeling hollow, uncertain. After that, I keep staring at the blank, unfamiliar ceiling for a long time.
We have a visitor.
It doesn't start looking any more familiar, not even after the darkness falls long and shadows draw across my room like fingers. The sheets feel slightly more comfortable, warm and nest-like against the chill passes for room temperature around here. As soon as the lighter shade of darkness that the ceiling looks like and it becomes the only record. The night beckons me to sleep, and I feel the coldness of unfamiliarity and the fear creeping up my spine once again. I keep drifting further away from the world I knew. Power off.
Made it through the prologue, I guess.
Right. It's pretty much the prologue. Well, I guess, Rico, you should have been on, huh, bitch? Anyways, I wake up in a strange room. It's all pallid morning light shimmers against the light gray ceiling. I had forgotten to draw the curtains closed last. No. My room. This is my room, isn't it? My room? This is third room this year that I'm supposed to call mine. Various things around here remind me that indeed this is who I'm supposed to... Alright. It's me who's supposed to be living here. My bag's on the floor, my new school books on the desk, my numerous medications on the night table. Anyways, I stare at the bottles for a moment, deliberating until I open the bottle and shake out a pill and pop out a tablet from a foil sheet. I down it with a chaser of water without thinking of the chemistry. My uniforms are in the closet. I slink out from under the sheets and stretch at my back before dressing out. Putting on a new school uniform feels like dressing in someone else's clothes. The artificial smell of generic detergents invades my nose, but feeling the fresh cloth against my back is a good one, a natural one. That's a weird way to describe putting on clothes.
Yeah.
It feels like a school uniform, as it should. It's not different than I'm used to wear before. That goes for other things too. So far, this place seems more and less like a normal school.
Except for all the missing body parts.
And eyes and crazy people.
Yeah.
Except for the people. Yep. I think back to my talk with Kenji yesterday. Misha's consistent laughter and Shizune's sweeping sign language gestures.
It's like we're the Avengers, but worse.
Right? The Special Avengers. We're worse than the Defenders, if you think about it. Well, I've only met 3 students so far. Maybe they aren't that normal, but I'm sure others are. Perhaps people like them are what pass around here. Fuck, shit. What does pass for normal around here? What do people do? I didn't see a lot of kids hanging around after class yesterday, so maybe there's clubs. If so, I wonder if I should join one.
Let's join the track and field.
Right? All the classes, the questions remain in my minds. So I decided to ask Shizune about it when we split into groups.
Today, I'll split you into different groups.
After all, she did say if I had anything to know, I should ask her.
Alright.
She presses her arms and shifts her gaze slowly to Misha. Looks more preoccupied with trying to grind the eraser of her pencil down so that the top looks perfectly and evenly flat.
Sorry, Shi-chan. There's something you wanted from me. Oh, I see. That's a good question, Hey-chan.
My first thoughts, does this mean she doesn't know she's worth? Maybe I'm being too negative. Well, anyway, Misha, please don't prove me right.
Oh, that's right. Everyone is encouraged to join a club. A lot of people do so because there aren't really anything else to do. There are also school events, like a festival coming up in a few days. Almost every student in the school attends to help out with it, doing whatever. So, you actually transferred in a busy time. Maybe you can help out too.
Sure. What's the festival about?
Misha freezes.
I don't know. Truth is, it's a local event. I'm not from the area, so.
She starts staring and signing desperately to Shizune, asking her to bail her out. Shizune adjusts her glasses at the end of an oddly grandiose flourish and starts signing hard and heavy. Hard and heavy.
It's getting hot and heavy.
Oh. Who cares? Misha puffs out her chest and she shouts Shizune's words out at me with a disproportionate amount of pride. Too loud, I could see heads turning to look in our direction.
Not so loud.
Human beings evolve with each new generation. The ideals and beliefs behind the festival were inevitably changed with time.
That's pretty heavy, goddamn.
Now, it's about delicious fried food and amusing games you practice.
It's like a courtesy.
The teacher clears his throat very loudly, batting his long wooden to the other palm like a baton, and shoots his pointed gaze at us. Finally noticing where we are, Misha stifles a yelp and quickly quiets down. Shizune doesn't seem embarrassed at all, though brushing it off without a care.
We're in the middle of class. We should start working. That's right, Shi-chan. What? That's right. Hi, John. You're asking because you're interested in joining.
Look at the cat face.
Right? How did you see that? Good pointing that out. Wait. It could have been my eyes playing tricks on me, but I saw a suspicious hands between them. Misha's tone suddenly also changed, although it does that every other word.
You gotta avoid joining the student council.
Right? They're all evil.
Yeah, I was thinking about it.
Misha and Shizune look at each other again. The gleam in their eyes. I'm about to ask what they have in mind when something dark flutters my mind, peripheral vision catching my attention. Out of the corner of my eye, I see a girl with long dark hair from her desk slip silently towards the door. It doesn't seem like she was working in the group, but no one seems to notice her but me. I glance at the teacher who's looking at the dark-haired girl go. Why doesn't he say anything?
Hi, Chan. There's something wrong.
I do look as uneasy as I feel. Yeah, fuck. Or was Misha just looking at me,
No, nothing.
Okay, well, we were asking, you don't have any plans for lunch today, do you?
I thought it would go to the... Oh, wait, that's you. Is that you? Maybe it's,
Maybe they forgot. I thought I'd go to the library and pick up some books. Not really. Oh, that's like an internal monologue, so he's like...
Oh.
Not really.
Do you want to have lunch together then?
Sure.
Okay. Hey, John. Perfect.
She is like schizophrenic or something, man.
Right.
Well, I don't know what's wrong with her yet.
Right.
The rest of the class passes uneventfully. The girl with the long hair never came back. Before I have any time to put out any more thought into where she could have gone, the teacher informs us that it's time to stop working. Shizune looks a little bit more than annoyed that we finish all of our work on time. I'm glad we finished it all. It's not a contest or anything.
Yes, it is. Hi, John.
Wait, did she read our mind?
Impossible.
Really?
Really.
I've noticed this before, but it's kind of funny how she's always moving, signing, and not only everything she says, but anyone else's
saying at any given time. Maybe she is psychic or something. Obviously, it must be so Sejuni can understand her. Her eyes dart back and forth between Misha's hands and mine. I don't know who I'm supposed to be looking at. I'm talking to Misha, but that might be... Maybe I should face Shizune. I'm used to looking at the direction of the person whose voice I'm hearing, but really... Shizune can't hear me, but it would be disrespectful to talk to her only through Misha. Then again, isn't that what she's doing? No, she's at least looking at me. This is all very confusing, and it will take some time to get used to.
It's not a contest because contests are competitions over a prize. There's no prize on the line. It's not really a contest.
I mean, he's right. She's doing there. She glares at me as surprised that I'm challenging her. I think maybe this is a contest to her.
There's a lot of static coming through your end every once in a while, John.
I've noticed before how dark and blue her eyes are. It's true in alluring gaze.
Are you sure, John?
You accept the contract. Very sure.
You're wrong, John, because I don't want to be the slowest one in the class. Therefore, what's on the line is my confidence in my abilities, and the prize is the satisfaction of proving them.
Shizuna pushes her glasses up the bridge for fact way. I argue more, but the bell rings and she quickly gets up and picks up her bag and looking at me expectantly. I had almost forgotten that I was supposed to have lunch with her.
Right, just starts walking away. It's like, where's he
Right?
going?
She's like, bitch, keep up.
Just destroy that shit.
What do you want to eat?
Go for some McDonald's. The cafeteria.
Right?
That's so plain. Okay, let's go.
Plain. Well, I guess.
At my old school, I like to eat outside near the back of the building. It was a good spot, but I didn't find it until near the end of my freshman year. I wonder if there's a similar place here to eat. There's blah, 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 blah. Misha seems to imply as much. Shizuna and Misha pull towards the cafeteria, which is surprisingly not packed. Maybe some of the students favor eating in the classroom or outdoors. I saw some of my classmates had boxed lunches. It was like a burp, but it's not wanting to come out. After we finish eating, Misha picks up where we left off earlier.
So, hi, John. You wanted to know about clubs and stuff, right? Right? Right, Chi-chan. Okay, I guess it makes sense to ask first.
Exchanging little nods of confirmation, they turn and face me again. Misha straightens her posture as if she had was about to deliver a speech.
Hey, John. Do you have anything you're interested in?
Women. I used to play soccer, but I'm not really into it. I don't follow the teams and the players or anything like that. As of late, I usually just read a lot.
There's a book club, right, Chi-chan? Right, but it seems like they have all the members they can possibly have right now. Sorry, John. It's really popular club.
Oh.
If it's anything like that literature club.
Right.
Okay. But more to the point. Hey, John, does this mean that you don't have anything already in mind?
Anything. Give me anything.
Right?
Not really.
Good. Great. That's great, eh, John? Really great.
That's ominous. Why is that so great?
Well, hi, John. Other than clubs and the upcoming festival, is there one other thing? Student council.
I see. I didn't know this school had a student council. They're a very melodramatic setup, though. Just to tell me that, I'm pretty sure the two of them know this because Shinzui had looked a little embarrassed about it, and Misha is laughing. She soon quickly retakes control of the discussion in a matter of speaking. After all, it's still Misha who has to voice whatever she says.
Right. Hey, John, maybe you should join the student council. They could use more people. Yes, definitely you should join.
Why?
Well, for one, you can hang out every day. Hey, John, Shi-chan and I are both in the student council. Actually, Shi-chan is the president.
I'm starting to get a suspicion that Shizue and Misha might not be exactly the most unbiased people to talk about this with.
Like, I'll get back to you.
Right? As if reading my mind, so we can quickly adjust your glasses and sign something to Misha.
Of course, we're not trying to get you to join because we would obviously benefit from the student council and therefore has an incentive to try and get to you.
So you're admitting that?
No, we admit nothing. I mean, John, of course, it'd be nice if you joined, and we'd appreciate it. But even without all that, joining the student council shows a healthy interest in the working of one school. Yep, it's true, Ai-chan. Besides, don't you want to spend time with us after school, Ai-chan?
I can't tell if she's being genuine or if she's just really good at acting. But both of them seem to be trying real hard to look their cutest, although they are pretty cute to begin with. I don't know. Lisa.
Well,
So it's settled then. Welcome to the student council, Ai-chan.
that was a
You
little.
never said yes.
Alright.
You never said yes.
What? No! No!
Oh, see, Shi-chan. Of course he wouldn't go so easily. Yep, that's right. I thought it would be boring if it went that smoothly. Oh well, Shi-chan owes me candy now.
You're betting on it? My life's not a game here.
Shizuin seems very intrigued by this when Misha signs to her, and the aggressive glint returns to her eyes.
That's interesting. Ichan, let's play a game.
Hey, that's not what I said.
How about rich man, poor man? Hey, John, if you lose, you have to join the student council.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, why not?
Well, because you two both have the same incentive, and therefore the same goal, which is to get me to join the student council, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that isn't my goal, but what this means is that both of you can team up and I'll be at a clear disadvantage, so I will have to decline.
Hey, John. I'm very offended. Are you saying you don't trust us? And that we would pull something so disingenuous? That makes me sad.
Sorry?
It's hard to tell when Shizune's influence ends and administrative thoughts begin.
In order to atone for hurting a young girl's feelings, you should definitely join the student council.
No!
This guy is fucking hard pressed. I like it.
How about a game of paper football instead of and poor man?
Paper football?
Yeah, it's a game they play in America. You make a paper triangle and then you try to shoot through the goalposts that are the other players makes with their fingers. Isn't it cool? It's the ultimate form of competition between two people. Hey, Chan. And it's also played by elementary and middle school children. Shi-chan. That means it's a game that really separates the boys from the men.
More like the boys from the slightly older boys. Anyway, I'm not going to play that either. Just the fact that you know about it means you're probably surprisingly good at it.
Yeah, that's true. How did you know, John?
Oh,
Shizune frowns at Nisha, telling me that she probably wasn't supposed to admit that so readily. I wouldn't say that I'm happy with her attempts to try to get me to join the student council, but I'm a little curious about what the student council does to her. I've never been to one before, or even known about anyone who's a member, so it interests me. I also kind of like Shizune and Misha. Maybe it wouldn't be so hard, man. I'm fucking thirsty.
Okay, hey, John. How about Risk? The game of world domination.
I don't know what that is.
It's really fun, hey, John. We fight for the control of the world with armies and everything.
Sounds like Shizune would be good at it.
If you want to play, we can after school. Really, Shi-chan? We could just play for fun. Hey, Chan. Shi-chan hasn't played in a long time. So if you want to, there are no strings attached.
Well, okay.
Okay. Perfect. We'll see you after school in the student council room. Then, hey, John.
Wait, we're still going to the student council room?
Wait, what?
Because that's where we keep the game.
We're trying to trick. Wait, watch.
You're just inviting him out there every day. You're just like, can you help with this? Can you help with that? It's like he's unofficially a part of the council.
I grimace to tell them how much I do not like this, but it's more for show than anything. They could already read our minds, alright? I don't know.
Right, one of them is psychic. We're just at Charles Xavier School.
So in the end, I agree, but it's only getting Shizune to acknowledge that I don't mean anything concrete by just accepting to take a look around and play a game with her. Lunch ends and we go. Oh! During the afternoon classes, the long-haired girl comes back down with the seat without a word. She looks cute. I want to fucking talk to her.
Alright.
She seems less scary than Misha and fucking Shizune. Nay, yeah, Shizune.
With their invasive thoughts.
Yeah, thoughts. Again, no one seems to notice, or if they do, no one says anything. I want to ask Misha about it, but I don't want to be nosy. After school, Shizune and Misha quickly find me by the first floor lobby and latch onto me, covering me with flank in case I might try to escape.
Oh,
Damn, they're already coming up with battle tactics. I feel a little offended, but I'd been considering it. Nevertheless, after that, enough people have made a break for it in the past. That they're on guard. Like, that's funny. That's fucking good shit.
give me a sec.
What? Yeah.
Give me a sec too. I'm gonna go put some stuff.
From where?
Well, needed some water. This place is killing me.
Okay, I'm back.
Oh god, that's so much better. This is all you, Johnny boy.
What's with the escort? Doesn't make you feel very comfortable.
In fact, it makes me feel like a dangerous prisoner being transported to a cell.
What's wrong there, John? That's right. We're just going to play a game of Risk. Remember?
Those things have really long instructions.
Yes, they do.
Me and Rico were gonna play it at PAX South, and then we just changed our minds once we opened the box.
That's funny. I don't know. Mission seems a little sinister to me. She does, doesn't she? I started thinking about when we sit down to play the game, they'll tie me down and torture me until I agree to join the student council. Kiki. I like how the backgrounds are just like obviously pictures taken at certain places and then given like a lot of weird.
Yeah, like a filter effect.
Yeah.
Saves on art.
Well, that's highly unlikely, but still, for some reason, it just seems like they would be so plausible. There's still music going on right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Getting to the student council room is as simple as turning 2 corners from where we started.
What? That's it? This makes you guys being this makes you guys being so on top of me seem silly.
That's not true, John. Chi-chan says that when their life is threatened, people have shown the capability to pull off superhuman bursts of speed.
What? Why? though? Why would anyone need that in this situation?
Life is threatened.
Her expression unchanging. Misha signs something amusingly to Shizune, who makes her baffling face and then puts her hand behind her back, looking pleased with herself. Misha refrains deafness and hums cheerily. Stop that. I know you heard me. You have no excuse, unlike Shizune. Shizune opens the door to the student council room. It's very plain, sparsely decorated room, although quite large. Maybe even a little larger than a classroom. There's a big table in the center surrounded by chairs and smaller desks, promptly placed in the back that I assume is Shizune's. There are a few rectangular desks and chairs stacked on to one side, as well as extra, perhaps? Aside from the tables and chairs, the room doesn't have much else to offer. It's just a couple of filing cabinets and bookshelves stacked with old school records and documents. Not much else. In fact, nothing else.
Oh.
This is a pretty bleak room. At least they could have put a potted plant in here or something. But the most noticeable thing in this room, that this room doesn't have any other people. Fuck that one up.
Are we early?
Nope.
What do you mean, no? Does it mean nobody else is coming today?
Yep, that's right.
Before I managed to ask why that's the case, Julia clapped her hands together with a very, very energetically.
Hey, John, let's play Risk. Come on, you promised. Didn't you? You have to.
Right? Jesus Lord.
Okay. Do you want to know the rules? We can explain you how we set everything up.
While Misha's talking, Shizune takes out what looks like a board game behind one of the filing cabinets and throws it on the table. Actually, this looks kind of interesting. But is it though? After Misha spends a little too long of her liking running through the basics with somewhat vague and confusing tutorials, Shizune cuts it and declares the game has started with a decisive motion, slicing her arm through the air.
Uh-oh.
Very action-packed. Shizune aggressiveness is rubbing off onto me. I start feeling more competitive than I intended when I agreed to this.
Time passes. We lost.
Right? Halfway through, I wish we could actually play the game Risk while, like, in this game. Or at least, like, a knockoff version. That'd be fun. Halfway into the game, while I try to ponder how to defend against Shizune's assault from two fronts, she breaks my concentration by drumming her fingers on the table to get my attention.
Shichan wants you to know that you're taking too long to make a move.
That's right, she wants you to grab her breast and she wants it now, damn.
Yeah. Just pull her close.
Shichan also says she will let you keep Australia if you agree to join the student council.
I thought this is a game with no strings attached.
Just the fact that she would dangle that over my head as an offer means that she knows that I care about the outcome of this game. Very fucking, like, beads of sweat going out playing this game.
And anyway, no.
Shichan admires your fighting spirit, but it would be benevolent a dictator who will spare your people if you agree to join the student council.
Jesus Christ.
They really are super villains. You're so competitive, Shizune.
She seems to take this as a compliment.
I would expect the student council president to be a little bit more magnanimous.
She doesn't seem to know what the word means or how it's signed, so she pulls out a piece of paper and writes it for Shizune, who returns signs back to Misha. Misha presses her index fingers against her temples, as if trying to physically imprint the word on her mouth. Suddenly, Shizune bursts into a flurry of gestures. Misha looks daunted by the pace of her heated signing.
Wait, please slow down. Shichan Shichan says we're going to lose.
Tell her I will crush her world empire with my rebellion.
Okay.
Those eyes of hers shine with childlike mischief.
Look
at that! Kitty face! Kitty face! I like it.
Yeah.
I'm slowly starting to like Shizune a little bit more.
She says you have no choice. If you keep playing like this, no you won't.
What are we gonna do? Attack aggressively or defensively?
What's the best way? All right, I'm gonna look at the comments, see what we got going on. Should we attack aggressive or play a little bit more defense? What's been our battle strategy so far?
We went for directly asking about her deafness, so that's pretty aggressive.
Yep, that's been our. I meant like in this game of Risk. I feel like it's a trap. My Akbar senses are tingling here.
Yeah, she's a little bit too mischievous.
Yeah, there's no way she would have planned for such. All right, what is it? I gotta have like a coin over here or some shit. But, all right, heads, tails. Heads we attack aggressively. Tails we're defensive. Aggressive.
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 All right.
She's either really mocking me or trying to trick me. I have nothing else to lose, though. I might as well So I might as well try something different. Fuck me. Maybe if I spread up my forces and try to control more territories, I can recoup the advantage. Shuzuna seems focused on conquering whole nations, so maybe I could try to sacrifice my holdout continents to gain more small countries. This is worth a shot. A few turns later, I end up losing the game anyway. Is there like a save function? So we can like go back and see. We should try to do that as well. But shooting the address of glasses victoriously allows yourself to tentatively pump a fist in the air in celebration.
I win, yay!
There's no need to translate that. It's pretty clear. Oh, wait, that's you. Fuck.
Don't look steady, John. You're really giving it your best. That's what I thought. Sometimes your best isn't good enough, though. If anyone knows that, it's me. And you did very well for someone who just learned how to play today. Hey, John, you attacked Iceland and North America at the same time. That's a very daring move. Chi-chan is impressed.
I can't tell which one's talking. She signs, okay, and then...
The mark of great people is that they are daring, and that they can follow through. And if you're already halfway there, isn't that great? Alright, John. That isn't enough, though. Just potential isn't enough. There's no point to potential if you don't take the first step. There's no point if you don't keep going. I want to see more. You're right, Chi-chan, but that's so demanding.
Oh shit! She fucking got close. Shizuna leans forward, suddenly looking a lot less playful and more like a serious person. I expected her to form that from the start. There you go.
Hichan, would you like to join the student council?
Do we get a choice? She really doesn't waste any time, does she? But it's only my second day of school, and I'm so hesitant of committing to something so early. I haven't even taken a look at any other clubs yet. But spending some time with Shizune and Misha doesn't seem like something I would hate. I still need more time to think about it before I decide for sure. I feel like this entire time she's just reading us.
Maybe I'll get back to you on it.
Okay, John, but I hope you're not just saying that so we don't feel bad.
No, really.
Shinchan, if you're going to say that you're saying that it's definitely the truth and there can't be any mistaking it.
I know. I guess I should have my revenge for losing at the very least.
Oh, kitty face. Shizune smiles that in a mischievous way and that feels like a twisting knife in the wound of my loss. I take that glance at the clock on the wall and realize that I've spent far longer playing Risk than I expected. There's no clock in here.
Sorry, I think I have to go. Wanted to go to the library. It's not closed yet, is it?
She scratches her head and gestures at Misha. How hard can it be to determine whether the library is open? There's a clock right there on the wall.
It should be unless the librarian is absent. I think you're right, Chi-chan. We think the library is open on the second floor. You can't miss it. Do you want us to show you where it is?
No, thank you. No, thanks. It's okay. See you tomorrow.
Avoid bye-bye.
Why are they giving me so many lines?
This is never gonna not be creepy.
Right? Jesus. I feel like we were playing some weird version of
Yeah.
one flight up the stairs and I run into problems.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Second floor hallway is a carbon copy. Third floor one. Wide, of course, and plain like hallways can be. The problem is that the library whereabouts think. Classrooms are marked with signs stating which class they belong to, but then there's a plethora of other unmarked rooms. The library is one of them. Or is the library one of them? Or is it just somewhere down the hallway? I bet on the latter and I choose my direction at random. After I turn around the corner, an unmarked door draws my attention because it's not closed. Do we see Hair Girl?
Mhm.
It's not open either, just barely ajar, so that I can see. It's open and nothing else. It would make sense for the library door to be inevitably open, and while this one is not quite, that is good enough. Fuck. At the very least, it means someone inside, and I can ask for directions no matter how embarrassing. I gingerly push on the center of the door with my fingertips. Every muscle in my arm is ready to pull back at a moment's notice. Jesus, it sounds like we're about to fucking do something bad.
Yeah.
The feeling of being the outsider in this school can't be shaken from my mind, so much that I instinctively fear doing something wrong by entering.
Oh,
The door suddenly
there's a
creaks,
creaky
It's
noise.
creaky. I hate those creaky doors, as if groaning in a deep sleep. Though it's much easier to open than I anticipated. Leaning over, poking my head in further inside, I gain a sight of the room as fast as possible. The meek hello on my lips is quickly snatched away. Oh,
Oh,
that's blinding.
who's this?
She's blind?
Yeah,
This is not what I was expecting,
it's irony. A blind librarian.
right? I mindlessly I let the door open to its full extent, taking the sight of the solitary figure taking center stage in the otherwise abandoned room. The situation steals my voice, leaving me standing at the doorway, staring at the beautiful girl. She has been the most attractive one we've seen so far. Eventually, having taken her time to assess the situation, the girl gently puts down her teacup and opens her eyes, but doesn't look at me. Is she blind? She opened her eyes.
Maybe haired girl. I guess I'll take it. Hello there. May I help you?
I was gonna do it too, but you did it staring directly in front of herself. The movements of her lips seem to break the silence rather than the word. However, it's soft, measured voice that reminds me she's being separate from the room itself. Not only is she the tallest girl I've ever laid eyes on, but among the foreigners I've met, she's strikingly distinct.
Hi. Sorry for intruding. I was just kind of lost.
She takes a moment to formulate a response before speaking. Every action she takes feels as if they're carefully choreographed beforehand.
Care to take a seat?
Unexpected, considering that I'm intruding upon her.
Thanks.
I slowly step toward another seat opposite her, the girl resting a teacup and a saucer on a wooden table in between. The way she doesn't track my movements with her head, telling that the slight cloudiness in her eyes means she at least is partly blind, like Kenji. Come to think of it, her voice doesn't have any detectable accent either. I guess she must be half Japanese. So this isn't Japan. It's the first telling, besides all these weird-ass names. As I take my seat, her composure takes me slightly off guard. Her air of relaxed confidence makes the silence entirely comfortable. I'm sitting on my foot, it's falling asleep. The calming atmosphere is so very different from the student council. She does look very peaceful, I like it.
Yep.
And her voice sounds amazing.
I take it you're a new student to Yamaku. Yeah, I just treasured in yesterday.
I get a distinct feeling in my speech patterns do not match the formality of hers, insinuated by her restrained bow of greeting.
I gotta add some class in there.
which I hasten to match before realizing the futility of the act.
I'm Lily Satao. Pleased to meet you. Hisao Naki.
She gives a nod before gesturing roughly in the direction of her teacup.
Would you care for a drink? Sure.
As much as it pains me, I can't keep step with her formality in the proceedings.
Sure. Sure.
Sure. There you go. Sure. She gives me kind of taking the quest in stride. Without another word, she steps off the chair and prepares a second cup of tea from the collection of supplies laid out along the shelf.
I don't think this is a library.
Nope. Wow, wow. A brush here, a brush there. Her left hand is often lightly touching aside whichever container she's pouring into. Seems to be a process allowed dozens of times before. As I lean sideways to see around her back, she seems to use her long, dainty finger to measure the right amount of water in the cup. That's not sexually toned at all. It's one thing to see different disability students in my class have, but it's quite another to see how everyone else seems to adapt. Shizune and Misha have no problem working together to communicate to me, and Lily herself seems to have workarounds for her problems I'd never thought of. While I feel slightly guilty about doing the work, she seems pleased to be following the correct process of the offer, preparing the drink.
So,
Her soft voice brings me out of my silent observance.
which room were you looking for? It's not often this classroom is visited after school. The school library. Shizune and some classmates told me it was on this floor.
She finishes pouring the water into the teacup, and as she nods, a small metallic tapping coming from the teacup indicating it is being stirred. She looks adorable. She also has a different uniform.
Yeah. I'm aware of Miss Hakamichi, as are most students.
To be with them means you're in class 3-3, no? That's right. The science room with Mudo.
She gives a small giggle before setting down the teaspoon and slowly walking towards the table, teacup and saucer in hand. That hand.
He's quite the character. I imagine you'll come to like him. Most do. Oh, wow.
Finally gonna put a side-by-side scene with the character. As she sets down the tea, I gently take it and have a sip. I'm really more of a coffee person, but this seems like a rather bad moment to bring it up. I'm also too a coffee person. Nonetheless, the smell is quite nice. I hardly think it'd be hard to choke down.
Thanks, Satal. It tastes really nice.
She smiles and quickly waves her hand in front of her.
Lily, please. There's no need to be too formal.
She says, in spite of her exceedingly well-bred speech, "Oh well." I guess I should try and ask her about herself, as it really does seem to. As it really does seem as if she's catering to me.
So, which classes are you from? I imagine it's one of the third-year classes. Correct. I'm in class 3-2, which is on the third floor, same as yours. It's taught by Miyagi, and specifically for both blind and partially blind students. I see. Sorry.
I feel like slapping myself for the faux pas.
It's a faux pas.
Faux pas.
It's like a mistake.
Yes. Looking at her face, although she doesn't seem in the least bit put off by it. Faux pas. Faux pas.
My. There's no need to change your speech on my account. Sure. Sorry, I guess. I'm really showing my newness here. An environment like this would be a big change, so I can't fault you for it. While the same can't be said for everyone, many have come to terms with their conditions.
A category which would be nice to include her. It seems. All too ready to jump ship from this particular topic, I segue into another.
Do you come here to drink tea often? It's a really nice place. She's like, I wouldn't know.
I wouldn't know. That's all kinds of fun. Thinking on it, this might be her version of the place behind my school. I like that. But I like to have lunch at. Jesus Christ.
I come here fairly often during lunchtimes. My duty as class representative don't leave enough time for an official club, so a friend and I use this room for having tea.
What if she says her friend's in the room right now and you?
Right, it's like the hair girl.
Right,
Class representative.
Compared to Shizune, her mannerisms seem almost completely opposite. While Shizune is blunt and fiercely driven, Lily seems relaxed and calm, almost aloof. Come to think of it, she might be useful for a less biased view of the school's clubs.
What kind of clubs are there to join? The more popular ones are the track and field club, which uses the field near the school during lunchtimes. The baseball club and the book club in the room near the library. There are also numerous small ones, though, such as the art and music clubs. At a time... Oh, as you.
Oh, at a time when I'm just wanting to get on my feet, rushing to a club right away seems surprisingly unappealing. I wonder if this school shares the same rules as my old one.
Is it compulsory to join a club? It isn't, though it is encouraged. Ah, good. That's a relief.
I've really let down my guard around this girl. To let such a thing slip out, the fact that it seemed to slightly amuse her. Not wanting my tea to get cold, I finally started drinking it, as Lily does the same. God, they've spent a lot of time in this room. As I look over the window over her shoulder, I notice a light coming into the room has a distinctly orange tint.
Music is really ramping up.
Even here, time doesn't stand still. Never stands.
Huh? Time's gone quickly. Sorry? Right. She's blind. Of course. Oh wait, that's you.
It's alright. Of course she can't. Sun's setting. But at least feel the temperature drop.
God, this music is drowning you out. It's just like the sun's starting to set.
I'll turn on my microphone. Chill.
Let's see if I can get options.
Well, I can just...
There we go, that's better.
Well, you still want music for everyone.
Yeah, they can still hear it.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. This seems to come as a surprise for her. I guess she just must have lost track of time.
Sorry, Sal. I didn't mean to keep you from the library for so long.
I quickly move to allay her concern.
No, it's okay. The library's still open, isn't it?
She pauses and takes a moment to think on it. Probably something I should have asked Shizune when I had the chance, but Lily seems to likely know in any case.
True, it's open until 6:30 during weekdays.
A quick glance at my watch confirms that I have enough time to get there.
It's 6:20.
Right?
I might get going in that case. It's been nice talking to you, Lily.
She smiles and gives a deep nod. Her hands still neatly folded on the table in front of her.
It was my pleasure.
I like her so far. She's my new one. She's my favorite one.
Oh, come to think of it. Shall I show you to where the library is? I couldn't possibly ask for more help. I should be able to find it all right. Unless I...
Well, unless my navigational skills like which they seem to have the habit of doing.
It's alright. I was going to be talking to the librarian there in any case. I should introduce you.
This gets better and better. It's pretty hard to deny her offer.
If you're sure, then that'd be great. Thanks.
As she stands up to follow me, she takes a hold of a straight, retractable cane that had been slipped in the handle of her bag on the floor. Compared to the cane on the boy had in the class, Lily's looks much thinner and longer. His much for support, whereas Lily is for navigation, because I'm stupid. Together we leave the peaceful room and enter the empty hallway to the library. Side by side, my pace carefully slowed to match hers. We slowly walk through the hallway. It doesn't take long for us to arrive at the door of a warm-looking room, apparently situated in the center of the floor rather than either wing.
Ladies first.
She gives an appreciative smile at the gesture, taking the lead as we file in. To the left is the wooden library proper being on the right. It easily dwarfs my old school's library, with a distinct smell of old books, giving the place almost a old world air. Fucking can't read right now. There don't seem to be a lot of students here, considering the time isn't a big surprise. Either in the school's grounds or the dorms.
Yuko, are you here?
She says to the thin air, since the library doesn't seem to be present, and of course, Layla can't see it. What unexpected is that Lily draws a reaction.
Oh.
Huh? Something from under the counter thuds. It follows by a quiet wail. The origin apparently from the librarian quickly crawls out of the bounces to an extremely rigid attention. Hi, Lily. How can I help you? Her voice strained from a failing attempt to sound casual. She was rubbing the back of her head.
Good afternoon. What just happened now? I heard a strange sound.
It's, nothing. It just hit my head. See, I dropped an eraser under my desk, and while I was looking for it, a pencil dropped, and when I was looking for both of them, you came and surprised me.
Are you alright? I'm sorry, I couldn't know.
It's okay, it's okay. Sorry for making you worry. This is nothing. I've had worse happen to me.
Oh.
Oh. She's quick to reverse Lily's apologies, almost frantically trying to push aside the possibility that she could be in any way inconvenienced by bashing her head on the counter. Yes, worse things happen. That's... The girl fidgets with her fingers. Lily doesn't seem to drop her concerned expression, and then she shuffles some papers around the counter for no reason. A little shorter than Lily, replete with glances, freckles, and a very troubled look, she seems she seems to fit the library perfectly. Ah, Lily, did you get my message?
Message? Oh, the 2 imported books that arrived.
Right. They finally came. I can't believe it took so long, but... Amidst her celebrations, partly from managing to change the topic, I'm sure she notices me from the corner of her eye and freezes on the spot when she does. Oh no, I'm sorry for not noticing you before. Did you need to check out a book or return one? I'm sorry. The way she can quickly shift between moods is a little unsettling.
He's with me, Yuko. This is Hisao, a new student. Hisao, this is Yuko, the school librarian. Pleased to meet you.
Hisao. Right. Hisao. Pleased to meet you too, Hisao. For a second, she visibly intends to engrave my name in her mind. Won't forget. So she won't.
Yuko often arranges to import the foreign books in Braille for me. Would you like to tell Hisao a little something about the library?
Lily's innocent suggestions met with an expression of abject terror. Please, Lily, I don't know what he could be interested in. There's just too much responsibility. How often is responsibility at all? I don't get it. Her objection is so sincere, I don't doubt for a second she would rather disembowel herself on the spot than tell me where the light novels are.
But... so there are a lot of books in Braille here.
I attempt to save the day by asking the first thing that pops into my head. Seems to work, at least partially, as Yuko's not exactly relaxed, but at least looks slightly less tense. Well, I think about the 3rd or 4th of Yakamu's library is either in... Makes sense, given the blind students that'd be here.
If it's only that, how come this library is so big in the first place?
Well, we get a lot of new books regularly because the library is added down. That's probably why. They spend more on new books than on my salary. And then I'd have to organize and shelve all of them. It's so troublesome that they'd waste so much. I wish I could quit this job. A very awkward silence follows this revelation of this much information. of too much.
I'll go check out the aisles then, if you don't mind.
Right? It's probably the best for all of us if she doesn't keep talking to me.
Very well. Meanwhile, I go. I would have those books if that's alright with you.
My first impression was right. The library is surprisingly big. Ambling down the narrow aisles, I study the spines of the books in random order, occasionally sliding one out to read the blurb, taking it with me if it looks good. In a few moments, I have a respectable stack of books in my arms. I guess I'll never be stuck on a choice here. I guess I'll never be stuck on a choice in here. Fuck! The normality of the library sinks in. Sure, there are large print and braille books scattered throughout, but what it is, a library. From the room, and I had tea with Lily and snuck with us in here, unless it was here. John, there's a lot of static coming in from your end.
Oh, yeah? Oh. Alright.
Something about this puts me at ease, just like before. I reach into the end of the aisle and find a collection of desks set up for study and personal reading. Going a little further, though, I discover a nice quiet corner at the back. While the rest of the library has an odd student sitting at the desk or stealthily sleeping, the back is pretty much deserted.
I think this would probably be a good stopping point.
Alright. Cool! Bam! We save. What do we save? Yes,
Save. There we go.
That sucks we didn't get a chance to really name our character.
Right. This is fun. I liked it.
I liked it. It was, So, okay. Who's your favorite so far?
I don't know. I kind of like Shizune, but like
Shizune?
it's like you want her, you have to take the other one.
Yeah. So far it's been Shizune, Lily, and Misa so far.
Yeah.
Misa's. I can't tell when it's her talking or Shizune talking.
Yeah, that's a little tough.
But yeah, that was about Shoujo.
Alright.
And hopefully y'all enjoyed. And other than that, if y'all like it, let us know, and we'll do this again next time. See y'all later.